What you guys, got another hardware review here for you. We're going to be looking at the NZXT H440. This is a mid-tower computer case. It's red and black, and it's going to be my own personal case I'm going to be using in my new build. And you can watch that in a week or so's time. Now, NZXT have pulled all the stops out on this one. It really is stunning. So we've got it out of the box here. The dimensions are 220mm by 510mm by 475mm. And there's no DVD-ROM drive in this one. And there's also your manual, which covers all your bits and pieces about the actual case itself and what it can do and what it can't do. And I'll be honest with you, I'm absolutely gobsmacked with this case. It's so stunning, and for the money, it's not a lot of money. You get a lot of fans in there as well. You get 4 fans given to you in this case. The product weight is about 9.75 kilograms. And as I said, the only concern for some people may be the DVD-ROM drive bay. There's none of that in here. Okay, it's got a nice stealthy clean look. So if you're looking for a good mid-tower case, look no further than NZXT's H440. Under the front here you can see there's a gap where you get the air flowing in, and it's pulled up by the 3 fans in the front that gives you good airflow inside. Now on the front right hand side you can see a nice ventilation system here that allows good airflow through the front of the case. Now I've heard a lot of people say it's a bit starved of air, but honestly I've not seen that problem at all. It gets good airflow from the front in my opinion, and that comes from this side panel here where you've got that good airflow system. It's got a powder coat black finish on this one, but they do other colours as well. But this is where the actual airflow gets pulled in, and on the bottom as well. On the top here we've got our headphone jack and our microphone jack ports. We've got 2 USB 3.0 ports and also 2 USB 2.0 ports. You've got your start button here and also your reset button, but your hard drive activity light is also on your power button there. On the left hand side here at the top you can see we've got another ventilation system here which pulls air in as well if you've got fans up the top. You've got your window here, and also your side where you will put all your hard drives. You won't see the hard drives, they'll be hidden away, and your power supply is also hidden inside this nifty little caddy at the bottom here. You've got a bit of space there for some airflow, as you can see. Now on the back, up the top end, we have got another airflow for some fans. When you put some fans up the top, you'll get air pulled in up the top. And also you've got your 140mm fan which comes with this case. And also you can put 120mm in here, which can you move it up and down if you wish. Okay, now it's also got this honeycomb effect finish here which allows good airflow, and you've also got your IO shield area which goes just here. Now this also has an LED light on there which lights up all the back, so you can make easy plugging in of all your cables if it's a bit dark, and that's also illuminates the NZXT logo on the side where the power supply goes. You've got your little thumb screws here which you can loosen off. They are very tight at the beginning, so you need to get a screwdriver on those. So we've got our 7 expansion slots here with good ventilation which allows good airflow. We've got some more ventilation holes here and some rubber grommets. The black powder coated theme is carried on round the back here, as you can see, and we have 4 more thumb screws which release this little cage here which is for your PSU. And this is unique to NZXT. They're always coming up with new ideas. And as you can see here, you remove this and you'll screw this to your power supply, and then you put the power supply in and then screw these down. It's a nice little touch, that. And inside there's where your PSU would go, and also you have some filters on the bottom rear and on the front which come included in this case. Now also this means you can take these out and wash these and put them back, and this will stop dust from getting inside your case. Let's move on to the side panel. You've got your thumb screws on the side there, and also some foam here to dampen down the sound. And this is all over the case, it really is. And you can see the finish is pretty nice on the glass panel here. Now moving on to the side here, this is where your NZXT, this all lights up in LED lights, and also you can turn it on or off, and this is where your power supply will be hidden. A very unique design, and also it hides all your cables and stuff like that as well. You can see the power supply will go in this end here and you won't see it, so it will look really nice, believe you me. Now you can see we've got the drive bays of 3.5 inch and 2.5 inch. You've got 6 3.5 inch and two 2.5 inch, and this is where all your cables will go hidden down there, so it hides all your cables. Pretty nice design. It's one of the best looking cases and designs I've seen on a case. And you've got your 2.5 inch drives that go on the front here. All your drives will be hidden by this panel here, which is a really nice design as well, so you can't see any cabling or anything like that, which is a really nice touch. As I said, this is where your 2.5 inch drives will go. You put your two solid state drives here, held in by thumb screws and a little caddy. You pull those out and screw them on, and you can put all your cables round the back and down that side area here. Graphics card clearance with the hard drive cage will be 294mm. The clearance without the hard drive cage is 406.2mm. And there you can see the little pan up there. You've got your cooling fan on the back, which is a 140mm fan, which comes with it for free. It can also take a 120mm fan as well. The motherboard supports Mini-ITX, MicroATX, ATX, every sort of size there you can get in this case, which will look really nice once you get it all installed, if you keep that colour theme going. Now also the CPU cooler area, the height for this will be 180mm clearance, which is also important if you're going to be using an air-cooled heatsink as well. And you can put all your cables running through here as well, and they've thought of everything when it comes to cable management in this case. They really have. You've got your little cable management holes here with the nice plastic rubber grommets here, which hide the cables from the back, which I do like. You've got this foam, this like foam which actually dampens out the sound on the other panel as well. Now you've also got the drive bays internally, which are 3.5 inch and 2.5 inch. As I said, 6 3.5 inch and 2 2.5 inch will go in there as well. So on the non-window side panel, you can see here we've got plenty of room for your cables, and you've got your fan controller on this side as well, which is a really nice feature, which allows you to put all your fans into this little fan controller here, and all your cables will be hidden around the back. You've got these little areas where you can tie your cables up to, which is really good cable management and good thinking from NZXT. One little concern here was the gap down the side here. Once you've got that foam on that side, it's very difficult to close it up, and it made it very tight to close that panel. But we're just going to remove these two screws here and show you the actual hard drive bay itself. Now these are made of metal as well, so they've not skimped any money here, and they've also got some nice rubber grommets on them to stop the anti-vibration of the drive, which keeps the sound down. As you can see, these are metal, and these will run on the little runners there. Once you screw these in, you've got little thumb screws here, lock them into place, and pretty much the airflow on there, as you can see, is very good, because they've really thought about the design of that, which allows air to flow through. You've also got all your screws and fittings, comes with this case as well. I'm not going to pull everything out, but they've just about give you all your cable ties and every possible screw that you would need, and then some. They've give you loads of extras as well inside here as well, and all nicely labelled as well, which is a nice touch, and they're all black as well. You've got your cables here, which are for your front panel and your power button and stuff like that, USB 3.0. This is all to go to the motherboard and stuff, so they're pretty much standard on most cases, USB cables and stuff. But other than that, it's a really decent case. As you can see here, we're just going to take a look and remove this front panel. You just pull it down at the bottom here, and they are pretty tight on delivery, so you will have to give it a bit of force. And this is all padded out as well for soundproofing, which is really nice from them. And you can see that little meshing on the side, which allows for airflow as well. Now a lot of people saying that this does get starved from air, but I've not really seen that, to be honest with you. I think it has good airflow in my opinion, and but that's just my opinion. Now on the front fan support here, we have got 3 120mm fans, or you can have 2 140mm fans. So as you can see, we have a dust filter on the front as well, which is a magnetic filter, dust filter, which is included as well. And also the one in the rear bottom is included, and this allows you to remove this and wash it to keep the dust out of your case, which works pretty well. And as you can see, we've got 3 120mm fans in the front, which do give you plenty of good airflow to the inside of the case. And also these will also take 240mm fans if you want to replace these 120mm fans, and you could put a radiator in the front here as well and move the fans up or down depending on what you want to do. But again, you've got good airflow coming under here. As you can see, this will be the front case here, and it will pull up from the front and go up to the front of the case and then bit drawn into the case. And you see this little slot on the front here. This allows the air to be drawn in. Okay, and I've actually put my hand in here. You can feel a load of air coming in, and you can see the clearance through there. If I put my hand around the back here, you'll see that there's plenty of good clearance through there to get the air flowing through into your case. Let's move on to the bottom here. You've got nice sturdy feet with some rubber on them so they're anti-slip, and also this brings it off the ground to allow good airflow to the bottom here. And also you've got your filter here for the power supply, again, which allows good airflow. And if we take a look up the top here, you can see this is where the radiator support will be for the 240mm fans or 320mm fans up the top here, and you'll be able to get your radiator up there as well. And also on the front you can get a radiator on the front as well. Now the cooling system, as I said, will take 240mm or 320mm on there, and you just push these out and they will pop out. There's no screws to hold it down, but it is pretty tight, so I'm just going to pre-do this off camera and pull this off. As you can see here, plenty of ventilation and more of that foam stuff to keep the sound down, and it is pretty quiet. Now again, I've removed this now, and you can now see where we've got room for fans, and you can do push and pull fans on here as well if you want to, or you can just do push or pull depending on what you want to do. And there we have our power connections for our USB and stuff like that. And as you can see, good airflow through the front with that nice hard drive design there, which allows good airflow through the front there. It's very open and very clear. Okay, so that's about it. This is the NZXT H440. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. If you enjoy these videos, then hit the like button, guys, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date when I upload new videos. Got any problems? Head over to the forums, and I shall see you again in the next video. Bye for now.